taking old, regular, blah doors and making them pretty. Quarantine day. Feels like 452. Find stuff to keep yourself busy. Maddie dog, do you want to help me with the quarantine project? Maddie dog, I love you. You ready, Maddie? Let's do this thing. You're gonna have to start. We're taking the door pins out. And we're moving the handle. Got it! And I must express the importance of wearing PPE, personal protective equipment. How important it is. Now keep in mind, I'm not a carpenter. I'm definitely not a painter. And I'm not trying to get down. These are like inside doors, interior doors. They're not like solid wood. So I'm not trying to get down to like bare wood. I'm just trying to take off like any nicks or old messy painting, hand smudges from my kids, and like dog boogers. I'm just kind of trying to make it smooth. And then I'm gonna primer and paint it. So we're not trying to get to like bare wood. I've gotten about 16 of the last 30 layers of paint off. I feel like once I get to about layer 20, I'm good to go to prime. Again, I'm not a painter. If you're a professional painter, I apologize. Maddie the dog wanted to be in the video. That's a good job, Maddie. That's a good job. That's a good job. So I feel pretty good with that. I got all the dings out and the smudges and the dog boogers. I'm gonna flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Then we'll get to primering and painting. So we're just gonna slap just a little bit of this bullseye primer on there. Nothing fancy. Just kind of get a base coat on there. Then we're gonna paint from there. Remember, I'm not a painter. Got it. Take close. It's kind of like, it's the redneck version. You just kind of make it up as you go. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. I got the first coat of primer on this side of the door. I'm gonna flip it over, do the same thing. It's gonna be all right. We're gonna get Maddie the dog back out here soon to help. Maddie the dog. She makes everything better. We're gonna take some measurements. We're gonna cut these to size, get all our 45s done, cut them to size, get them painted, and then we're gonna start working. So I'm gonna say this. I am no carpenter by any means, but I can work on these small, simple projects around the house. So step one, you're gonna just run to Home Depot or whatever store you have nearby and just pick out some simple pieces of trim that you like. We're gonna cut these to pieces, edit. Everybody, we already took our measurements. We're just gonna cut our 2 boxes. We're cutting our 45-degree angles, and then Reagan, my assistant, is gonna help me get them painted. Everybody, look, part of doing these projects and working with wood and tools, you're gonna have injuries. It's okay. It's kind of part of the fun. Don't get down on yourself. Don't quit. You put a couple band-aids on it and you just keep trucking. It's all right. Injuries and blood happen. We call this first blood. I drew first blood. It happens. It's not a big deal. Put a band-aid on and just keep on going. Everybody, we got our first 4 pieces cut. 45's good. Now my assistant Reagan, she's gonna go and paint these for me. I'm my assistant Reagan. How's the trim pieces?
Doing good.
They're all painted up. Pretty much dry. Let's paint a door. All right, the primer's on. It's dry. We're gonna throw in some paint. Let's see if that stops. So basically what we're doing here is just kind of figuring out our spacing for all the different trim pieces. We're gonna get these glued up and stapled in. Gun ran out. Time to reload. Everybody. We got the trim on. I can't see anything. It's so bright out here. I think my eyeballs have burned. But trim pieces are on. Trim pieces are painted. As soon as this thing dries, we're gonna take it into this house and hang it up. Everybody, this is your DIY door home trim, door trim, door trim, door prettification. Everybody, this is your DIY home trim beautification project. Now it ain't perfect, but remember, we weren't going for perfect. We were going for prettier. This, it's prettier. It's not perfect, but remember, I'm not a carpenter, and I'm not a painter. So this, for us, is perfect. It's prettier. It's a door. It's an inside door. It opens and closes, and it's prettier. Everybody, DIY. Everybody, this is your DIY. No, edit. Let's see, what do I want to say? DIY home trim project? Door home trim project?
Wait, is that a wainscot?
It's just wood trim.
Wood trim.